Hello and welcome to mDhil. We hear a lot about children committing suicides around the time when there are exams or these exam results are being announced. How can we prevent this? What can parents and teachers do? Here's a conversation on this with Ajanta, counsellor at Innersight. One hears a lot about children committing suicide around exam time, and it seems very related to stress and performance pressures. How can we prevent
I actually feel very strongly about these suicides around which are around exams, because I think they're just so preventable. If you've been following the headlines, it's not just after the results. You have children actually committing suicide in anticipation of the results. So that gives you an idea about how stressed they might feel and how much of hopes they've pinned on that result, and how they may be like sort of going through the whole motions of feeling that I just won't be able to do it, or the results won't be good enough. It's actually, quite tragic for them. Most people, especially when they are on the verge of committing suicide, the thinking would be that, not that I failed in the exam, but I am a failure.
It's very important to then separate a particular incident, a particular context from life itself, and your own identity, I suppose.
Yes. To just think that academic performance and exams are a part of life, it can't be your life.
So what can parents and teachers, because teachers play a strong role as well, be doing to prevent suicides?
I think suicides usually are not a knee-jerk reaction. It's something that children actually think about, or people think about and then plan it.
So there's a build-up
almost. There's a build-up to it. And sometimes they do reach out for help. They do talk about, you hear of children talking about death wishes, saying, I wish I don't get up tomorrow and I don't want to live anymore. And sometimes it's just mere talk, but there could be actually something behind. When they're saying it, they may be actually just reaching out for help. Usually, before the incident, they would most likely totally isolate themselves. Okay. I think for them, they're preparing to cut off, right, from life itself. So cut off from any ties and emotions. They don't want to feel tied down. So they would most likely isolate themselves. So even in the friend circle, if you notice a friend who's seems to be going through something very major and is just not being his or her usual self, could explore a little bit and then probably find out if there's any professional help at hand.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us on mDhil.